At UFC 290, Israel Adesanya fans were concerned as many noticed the champ experienced multiple nervous breakdowns. Fans assumed the breakdowns were due to the dominant win by Du Plessis.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
After the Du Plessis win, we saw a broken Izzy take the stage.
That's right. We're fine. Relax. This is my African brother right here. Let's go. What's up? Let's go. Yeah. What's up? Get what you gonna do? Yeah, my African brother. Yeah, my African brother. What's up?
I'm African, but I ain't no brother of yours, son. Burn! So what are you saying to everybody in New Zealand?
I've lived in China, so I've embraced the Chinese culture. Black outside, China inside. I am Chinese.
What are you saying?
I'm a black man. I come from Africa. Come on, please, look at my heart. Haven't you seen it yet? Wait a second. Yes, I am a Chinese. I have a Chinese heart.
Say it again.
I am Chinese.
One more time.
I am Chinese.
And extraordinary. you don't even 36 and me to know where I'm from. But 26 and me. Hey, stare off. Just say, look at me. Come here. Feel me. Feel me. Feel me. Feel me. Feel me.
Many assume the dominant win by Du Plessis was the sole reason for Izzy's classless racial tirade. That assumption is wrong. Prior to the Du Plessis fight, Izzy was bombarded by two major catalysts that ultimately led to his nervous breakdown. Catalyst 1, party time with Jon Jones.
Hey, chill, Pat.
And I will always love you.
The second catalyst to Izzy's breakdown was watching his biggest nightmare come to life.
There are people that are calling for Bo versus Adesanya right now.
With so many fighters in the sport.
And Bo Nickal joins an elite group. He's a Penn State three-timer.
Bo Nickal. How good is he?
There's never been a collegiate wrestler with accolades that I have transition into the UFC at my age.
Biggest prospect in MMA that we have seen in years.
I don't really see anybody really stopping me from doing what I want to them.
Like, I don't even want to say prospect no more. I think it's just pending whenever this guy actually becomes champion.
That's the tap! Inside a minute this time! Bo Nickal is not here to play around.
So I'm talking about Bo Nickal right now. I'm talking about a guy who might be the best in the world. Now, I could be getting ahead of myself, but let's test this.
Listen, it doesn't matter who you are. My wrestling is 100 times what any of these guys could put up with.
A three-time national champion, transition to MMA full-time after the Olympic trials.
It's hard to overstate the amount of excitement surrounding this young.
He won the Heisman for collegiate wrestling.
I'm 16 years old.
What you're watching here is Bo competing at Fargo Nationals. Now, this is universally accepted by the wrestling world as the toughest tournament in the country for high school. And Bo made it look easy.
He's going to be as good as anyone that we've seen in a long time come from wrestling.
No. One of the greatest collegiate wrestlers ever in Bo Nickal.
Could you talk about Bo Nickal? And I'm like, well, he's going to be the greatest middleweight of all time. He's going to beat everybody, and he's ready to fight guys in the top 10 right now.
But also, you got a superstar. Bo Nickal is the biggest prospect we've had in years.
Oh, he's got the chin. Is so tough right
And I think with his boxing background, the sky's the limit for this kid.
Elite level wrestling, in my opinion, is the best base.
The best base, for sure. Because you can dictate where the fight goes.
Bo Nickal is not here to play around.
Like, this is a different kind of human being.
Understands how to compete.
There is something incredibly special about this young man. Just breaks through the noise, and all of a sudden you are captivated by this guy.
All the things of performing in the UFC for the first time. Man, he blew all that right out of the water.
When's the last time that we've seen a guy with his pedigree, Hodge Trophy winner, multiple-time national champion, come over to MMA and be this well-rounded?
Me and a lot of other people are excited to see the future that this kid has.
It doesn't matter who you are. My wrestling is 100 times what any of these guys could put up with.